Hi, hello, namaste, and welcome to timesofcinema.com. Today we're going to watch the English review for the movie Thupparivaalan. One thing I would like to say is it was no one other than Miskin sir would have delivered such a film to Tamil audience, where it was adapted from a very famous novel called Sherlock Holmes. Such a movie, it has been portrayed for the local Tamil audience. It can, as I told before, no one else could have done other than him. So let's get on to the plot. Plot is nothing but two detectives, that is Vishal and Prasanna, in the lead. So Vishal has done the role of Sherlock Holmes and Prasanna has done the role of John Watson. So it is basically like another Christopher Nolan sir's movie, like where I'm just not comparing it, I'm just giving it for a reference. So Christopher Nolan takes up all the basic characters in Batman comics and he created his own story. That is the Dark Knight series I'm talking about. So the same way, Miskin sir is taking the two characters of Sherlock Holmes in the novel Sherlock Holmes, the two lead characters, and has given this wonderful story. I just watched it. It was nice. It was you can actually accept it. Me being a Sherlock Holmes fan who's watched Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman on the screen, watching them and watching Vishal and Prasanna on the screen, they have done justice to the story. First frame itself, Miskin sir would have given wording saying that I dedicated it to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Sherlock Holmes. It was most of them don't do it when they adapt it from somewhere. Most of the directors don't do it. This is the one thing I like about Miskin sir. So now let's get down to the plot. The plot is where a small kid comes to Vishal complaining about his dog's death, where the kid finds a bullet inside the dog. So after that, what happens from such a small case, how this case becomes into a very big one is the storyline. I'm not going to reveal anything about the story. Now let's get down to the characters. So as I told before, Vishal and Prasanna in the lead, and Emmanuel is done the female lead. Then Vinay, Bhagiraj sir, Andrea Jeremiah, and John Vijay sir, they are in the negative side. I would like to do a special mention about John Vijay sir in the film. John Vijay sir's role, I can tell you that no one else other than John Vijay could have done that role, because the body language, the way he walks, the way he looks, the way he smiles, it is kind of comical, but it is on track with the film. He is not off track. First dialogue of his in the movie is like, whoa, like, it's like, wow, like the body. It was like Sherlock. I'm not comparing. Again, it's just a reference. Where Sherlock in the first series, the first episode, where the taxi driver comes and says that you have a ride. Your ride is waiting. The same way John Vijay's intro was given in this movie. I liked it a lot. Then coming down to Bhagiraj sir. Bhagiraj sir is well known for his voice and his acting and his expressions and all. In this movie, it is completely opposite. No dialogues. I can't say no dialogues at all. At one particular scene, he actually speaks. Otherwise, he is just this person who silently walks, who does this crime very silently without anyone noticing. He's so quick, he's so fast. And Vinay, after seeing him in Endrin Punagai, that is the last movie I watched of his. After doing that sort of a character, doing a character like this is really a very challenging role for him, because there is no much dialogue, and the way he is done, I could see a little bit of Moriarty in this Vinay's role. Vinay's role is Devil, the name Devil. So I could see a little bit of Moriarty in the character Devil. And apart from that, Andrea Jeremiah, she's also done a negative role. Her action sequences in the movie are really nice. And coming to the technicalities, first thing I would highlight the cinematographer. The cinematographer's name is Karthik. Without Karthik, this wouldn't have reached such an audience, because in the Miskin sir's movie, the cinematography is always different. And more than the cinematography, music plays a very important role in the film in this film. Errol Corley is done, and you know how Miskin sir's movies are like. The violin plays a very important role. This movie also has violin. Since Sherlock Holmes is a violinist. He's made a change here. Vishal is plays the harmonica, and in the harmonica also there's another twist. Everything in this film, from the first frame till the last frame, everything is connected. Nothing is off track in the film. Not a single scene is off track. Everything is connected, because in the starting of, when the film is starting, you will be like, two different incidents will be viewed first, and you will all be in a conflict, like what is actually going on. So when they connect it, it is mind blowing. Now let's talk about the editing part. As I said before, the movie is, the way they connect it is mind blowing. The editor also editor plays a very important role. Without a very good editor, this movie wouldn't have been such a big success, because Arun Kumar, who is the editor of the film, has done a wonderful job. I would actually thank you personally, because from watching Sherlock Holmes and then coming and watching such a movie which is connected against Sherlock Holmes, you've done the justice, sir. And next, I would like to talk about the art direction. Art direction also, the way they have portrayed, the way they have shown place where Vishal and Prasanna lives. That is, we can't call it a replica. It is similar to what I saw in Sherlock, because that single-seater sofa, that huge one with the covering on the side, and the three-seater sofa in the other side, and the bookshelf. It all actually, it is like I could actually see the actual Sherlock series in the big screen. I liked it really. I liked it a lot. And after that, I would like to talk about the stunt. Stunt is done by Dinesh Kasi. It is a typical Miskin sir type of stunt. The movements and the expression in the face, it is always neutral. There is no much expression, there is no much force, there is no much rugged looks in the character's face when they fight. That can be only seen in Miskin sir's film. You can compare the climax fight of this film with the way Miskin sir himself fights in Yuddham thing. What? Onai Matukutiyum also, in that last climax scene, where the way he stabs each and every guy who's he is fighting in opposite way, the same way you can see Vishal also doing it. And for the general audience who doesn't know about Sherlock Holmes and Sherlock series and all, you will actually love the climax scene, because you will be paying attention for every dialogue that have been said in the movie. And Vinay, even though he is doing a negative role, the way they conclude Vinay's role was very nice. It gave me an emotional touch. It was very nice, because at last they connect back to the kid, and again they bring the kid in the climax and they end it. It is like the client is actually being delivered what he wanted. That is how they end the movie. It was really very nice to watch it. I congratulate the whole team in advance, because this movie is going to be a great success for the entire crew. And especially, this is a nice opening for Vishal sir for doing different characters. And this is a typical director's film. As I said before, he'll have a particular visualization that cannot be portrayed like this without the crew he had, because the crew also takes a lot of credits for this film. All the best for all the future endeavors to everyone who's worked in the film. The overall rating our Times of Cinema board gives for this movie is 3.5 out of 5. And tata, bye bye, adios. Yes, I forgot to tell the other thing what I was going to tell. If you want to know about more of the happenings of Indian cinemas, please click the subscribe button below. If you like this review, please like it. If you don't like it, you can also dislike it. Tata, bye bye, adios from Vishal.